After the Uluru tour, we decided to do some self-exploration in the area around Alice Springs, which is called the MacDonnell Range.
We're here in Emily's Gap and Ori decided to have a swim. I hope there are no crocodiles. It's going to the other side that is not reachable other than swimming. Hey, you're back.
Yeah. So we are in this Emily Gap, and this is a sacred Aborigine site. And over there are rock paintings of the caterpillars from the caterpillar dream. So very nice paintings, but you're not allowed to take pictures. So trust me, it's interesting. The thing is, there was a flood here a couple of weeks ago. So the only way to cross and see them was by swimming. Couldn't resist the temptation for a good swim.
And here you got the giant gum tree.
Watermelon sugar, hi!
Ooh, wow! That's...
We'll try and get there.
Good spotting.
Okay, spotted a big lizard here. Just basking in the sun. Let's try and...
Fighting for you.
Hello! Want to say something? Good afternoon! This morning we are going to the West McDonald's range. McDonnell, not McDonald's.
Okay, it's not
Prejudice
old
Drive.
MacDonald's, it's just the MacDonnell range.
Yeah.
And Alice Springs has East McDonald's range, MacDonnell range, and West McDonnell range.
Yeah.
It's like mountain range that goes for a very long time, not too high.
You can see it in the back.
Yeah, exactly. On both sides it is now. And it's very pretty and has also hopefully some wildlife.
Yep. Listen to the tree. Listen to it. It's talking to us. It said there is water in the ground.
Wow, I'm sitting here in the Standley Chasm. It's gorgeous. Look at this.
Okay, following this guy, he found a lizard, and yeah, fantastic spot. How did you spot it? Wow,
Nice one.
it is a nice one. Do you know what kind of lizard is this?
A bearded dragon.
Bearded dragon.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the bearded dragon lizard. It really looks like a dragon. Hey, we are in the Simpson Gap. Yes, you heard it right. The Simpsons.
Da da.
It's a nature reserve, and we are in this riverbed, and behind us is the gap. And the gap has a big waterhole, so we're gonna check it out. Follow me.
As you can see, we did a lot of self-drive and nature walks around Alice.
And we did expect to learn more about the Aboriginal cultures from the Aborigines, but it didn't really happen.
Yep, but meanwhile we kept enjoying the beautiful sights around the MacDonnell Range.
Here we are in the traditional Aborigine ochre pits. This is where they take their color from. For different ceremonies, they have different colors. You can see here the red, white, yellow. There's even a type of like into the greenish. And only the men are allowed to take this color. Women can use it only with the permission of the men.
Let me tell you something about driving in the Australian outback. You need to have the proper vehicle, you need to have a four-wheel drive, and you have to have big tires, and you have to have an air pipe, because sometimes the road is flooded and there's a lot of sand and mud also. So this is why you need a proper vehicle. I want to show you which vehicle we took.
We are enjoying a break from the flies. Can't get us out here in the water. Don't get too emotional.
Emotional. Yeah, he's making all this noise. The Alice Springs Desert Park is a great place to visit. They have only local wildlife, and the enclosures are very much like the natural environment that these animals live in.
Yeah, it's like the park is next to the mountains outside of Alice Springs. And there's also a lot of informative talks there from the very knowledgeable guides.
Yeah, and they have interesting, informative shows.
Right in the centre so much anymore is one of these. This is a bushstone curlew. You might have heard of them before. This lovely lady is a baby whaling, anything like that. But hopefully if you are camping in the area or camping up north and you hear that call, hopefully it is just a curlew and nothing too sinister. So my lovely lady, we have talked about her camouflage not working anymore. Interesting morning.
They nearly always come down the last week. So.
Yeah, pretty much every show they've come down for the past week. So we are playing it a little bit safe, but you still get a beautiful view of this boy. So as he comes up there, you can see that tail. He is named after that. He's a very beautiful bird. This guy here is a fully grown adult. He's actually quite small. He's only 2.5 kilos in the wild. But if you do see them on the side of the road, please slow down. It's not going to be pleasant for you. It's not going to be pleasant for the wedge-tailed eagles. He's just going to go for a few short flights. We do actually have 2 wedge-tailed eagles that live on the range, and they are very, very... But unfortunately, because her feathers are so soft, she does have...
Okay, we found a nice lizard here in the zoo. Maybe it ran away from the cage or just living here naturally, because yeah, this is the zoo. Got some very long tail lizards here in Australia. Bridget is petting this lizard in the tail. How does it feel like, Bridget?
Feels lizardy.
Oh. Bridget is just spotted here on the branch. Interesting lizard here on the branch. Let's pretend not to. Oh.
Long-nosed dragon is what we saw. Huh?
He's doing something funny. I will add this picture from the zoo to the picture that show what.
And in a ceremony, you may have 40 to 50 men all singing and sort of going all night long. And can you well imagine the noise of the singing, the clapping of the boomerangs? And some of the older men are deaf because of this. Oh. So yeah, because it's loud, like even one quite loud. And you've got 40 to 50 all going around singing and dancing. It's going to be quite loud. Also, you can see how it is a one piece. They're not 2 pieces in the shield. This is your passport. Okay, so.
It's the zebra finch. Oops, gone.
We discovered that for such a small town, Alice Springs has actually quite a big nightlife scene.
He's on the wall. TNT, I'm a paranoid. TNT, watching us go. With somebody who loves me.
Let's give it up for Michelle, everybody.
The Alice Botanical Garden is a walking distance from our hostel, and it's the best place to spot wildlife.
And we went at dusk when the wallabies and kangaroos are most active, and we were rewarded also with a beautiful sunset.
Approaching the wallaby, and he is getting away. Ooh, they're so sweet, the wallabies. There's two of them. Now you can see that they're really small, much smaller than a kangaroo, and somehow cuter. Okay, that's a wallaby. He's a wannabe. Actually, wanna be a kangaroo, but he can't because he's too small. But he's very cute. Wannabe. What are you filming?
I'm filming the wallaby. There's here wallabies and kangaroos because they're way bigger.
Yeah.
And they are jumping through the rock and eating. Here's a wallaby, which is small. And over there on that side, you see some kangaroos.
Yeah. So this is our last evening in Alice Springs. We are here in the Botanic Garden. We're seeing lots of wallabies, lots of kangaroos, so we are very happy.
Yep.
And finish up this this section of the tour, Australia tour.
Yeah.
Heading towards the sunset.
Sunset, we're coming.
So we are now in this fantastic guest house in Alice Springs.
The Secret Travelers Inn, Backpackers Hostel.
Yeah, and so actually we quite a long time here, more than 10 days for us. It's a lot.
Yes,
stay in one
that's
place.
The
And
longest we stayed in one
I think
place.
so. Yeah, I think so. Could be.
Yeah.
So what is special about Alice Springs?
So first of all, this is the Red Center, Alice Springs. There is a really diverse mix of people here, travelers, locals, First Nation people. It's super interesting to see that. And of course, around Alice Springs is the most interesting site that I wanted to see, which is Uluru.
Yeah.
And we did a tour
Yeah.
to Uluru. And there is also other mountains around it. There's the
Katatuja.
Katatuja mountain.
Don't get me if I'm pronouncing it wrong, but Katatuja and they are just maybe 10 or 20 kilometers from each other. You don't realize it, but actually just to get to Uluru is not next to Alice Springs. It's 5 hours drive with this tour, so it's far away. So you spend the night there in a camp, in a nice tent.
Yeah, set up tent.
And we had a good atmosphere there. We had a nice group together with us, and this was a good atmosphere. We went afterwards to Kings Canyon, and afterwards we did some exploration on our own. We got a small car and did some touring here in the area.
We saw just about every gap there is here around Alice Springs, and there is plenty. There is like the Simpson Gap and the Standley Chasm, and there is the, what are they called, the Eelery and the Jeseie Gap, and
so
there is the big gap here in the entrance to Alice.
What is actually it's a creek or a canyon. They call it a gap, and usually there's a waterhole in every such gap.
Yeah,
and
most of them.
Now because it was after the rain, you can also see in the pictures that everything is very green. It's not typical Alice Springs area, but we had lucky. So there was rain before we came, huge rains, and everything was full with water and green.
Very surprisingly.
Yeah, we didn't expect that.
Yeah. To me, the biggest highlight was, of course, Uluru, to see the sunset in Uluru when you see the sun going down, and then you have this golden glow on the rock. It's one rock, the whole rock of Uluru. It's just one rock, and 2/3 of the rock is under the ground. So you see only 1/3 basically.
It's like an iceberg.
Just in red, and you have that glow on it. Oh, this is amazing. Oh, fantastic. What did you like the most here?
I like to, when we saw the lizards, we saw quite a lot of wildlife. We saw the big lizards, like 1.5 meter long, and other animals. So it was and many birds, very interesting. So we are closing this. We are now planning to head to Brisbane and to start our East Coast adventure. So we'll see you there. Bye bye.
Bye. 360 in the big waterhole. Eelery.